How are you gonna judge my fucking situation when you don't even know what's going on? All right, man. Look, so I seen this post, or I saw this post on Facebook that put me in the absolute outrage. Well, not really outrage, but I feel like I need to give my input, and that is why I am so happy that I made this channel, because I can just get on here and talk about whatever I want to, and it's not just me reacting to music. Also, hope y'all like the new mic. Thank y'all, man, because without y'all, me upgrading my setup would not even be possible. But look, I'm about to go ahead and read the post, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen as well, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. So basically, this is a post for somebody from Facebook, of course, and y'all know this is a finance channel, so I'm giving my input on things and just giving ways to help others who are in, kind of messed up situations, or situations they kind of dug themselves in, okay? So this person said, let's really talk about it. If somebody making $15 per hour, that's about $600 a week before taxes. Glad you can do math. After taxes, you're looking at maybe $400 to $500 to take home. So let's say around $1,600 to $1,200 to $2,000 a month, depending on hours. Now explain to me how they supposed to qualify for an apartment when most places want three times the rent, and rent is what, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000 plus. Do the math. People literally can't even qualify to live on their own working a full-time job, and what's crazy is that's just rent, not gas, not electric, not water, not car insurance, not groceries, not phone bill, nothing. Just a place to sleep. Then y'all say work more, so now they got to work 60 to 80 hours a week just to survive. When do they live? When do they rest? This not people being lazy. This is people working and still not being priced into basic living. Make it make sense. And then she said in the comment section, she was like, I swear y'all need to be humbled in these comments. So this is what I said. I gave my input, and this is just being constructive and trying to help people who are in the same situation or feel like that they are stuck in the rat race, of course. I gave 4 bullet points. I said, number one, find other ways to make money. Social media is at an all-time high. Instead of getting other people paid, post whatever you're passionate about. That's the whole point of content creation. It's consistency and posting what you love to do, because this is how you're going to escape your 9 to 5, and this is how you will make more money on the side, which then can add to your income you get from your 9 to 5, because your 9 to 5 should be only to pay your living expenses, groceries, all that other kind of stuff. The other necessities can come from your side hustle once you build it up. Just lock in for like 6 months. That's it. Number two, get roommates and split the rent. This is the hack to cutting out living expenses and takes weight off your shoulders. Also, I'm not saying living with them forever is an option, but do so until you have a safety net to live on your own. Of course, you need to have an emergency fund built, but like I said, if you jump into it and you already don't have a net to pull out of, then you're putting yourself in a hole. So I think you should first find somebody to stay with, mama, daddy, auntie, whoever, who can, cover the living expenses and just let you stay there for about 6 to 12 months. Save up some money, then move into an apartment. You just don't jump straight into it. And also monitoring your spending while you are out on your own is also important as well. If you blowing your money on stupid shit and you know you got bills to pay, that's on you. Can't save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Just being honest. Number three, I said learn a trade. They didn't like this one. The average hourly pay for a trade is 32.28 an hour, which is double of what the new minimum wage pay is. It's plenty of trades. We need people to, put up the power lines, plumbers, construction workers, all that kind of stuff. They make great money. All you got to do is get off your ass, go put in an application, get your TWIC card, whatever it is that you get, and then just work the job for a while and lock in, save up some money, man. That's the quickest way to get out of the rat race. Number four, they definitely ain't like this one for sure. Move back in with your parents for 1 to 2 years and save every dollar to cover living expenses. Social media paints this as being a bad thing after a certain age, but you honestly got to be real with yourself and your situation. Log out of Facebook and Instagram, pat your pockets, and look in the mirror. That's the real you. Adjust as needed to make your situation better. So real, bro. I can't tell you how many times I've been scrolling on Facebook and I see the same post saying if you were 25 to 30 years old and you still stay with your parents, you're a bum and you're behind in life. How are you gonna judge my fucking situation when you don't even know what's going on? I don't stay with my parents. Just speaking from the perspective of somebody who does. They might be staying with their parents to save up money. They might be taking care of their parents because they're elderly, sick. You never know what people are going through. But I think that if you don't have any money in your bank account and it's hard for you to save right now, moving back in with your parents is probably the best thing to do if they not already struggling. Because of course that's where it's gonna start. That's where your mindset comes from is your childhood anyway. So they're already in a hole as well. I don't know. You better find a friend or somebody to stay with. You got so many friends to go out to the club with, but you ain't got nobody to move in with for 6 to 12 months to stack that shit up. And they ain't gonna give you nothing when you down at the bottom. They ain't gonna be your friend no more. They're gonna move on to the next person. And while everybody outside partying in the Matrix, they just getting behind, bro. And once they get about 40, 45, they gonna be like, where the fuck did time go? Should have been stacking. But like I said, man, just take that post with a grain of salt. I think a lot of people complain, but they're not doing anything to take themselves out of that situation. So that's all I really want to say on this one. Just lock in, do what you got to do, and adjust to your situation, and stop trying to live up to society's expectations of how you should be living. I'm out. Deuces.